case 16. Let's go. Back to the Future. Now, a lot of people are saying that looks like Chief. I want to say, I feel it would be really, really stupid to give him one entire appearance in the first case and first case only. But then again, can I really say it's not? Nope. So, back in the present, 2029. Oh yeah, remember when we had pyramids in New York? Oh, fun. Ace, according to the time circuits, we're home in New York, 2029. Awesome, we're finally back. Now, that wasn't here. Whatever. Can't wait to see the chief and tell him everything about a sabotage time machine on late on Da Vinci fixing the official briefing. Wait until tomorrow. I'm ready for a shower and the longest nap in history. Let's go outside, everyone, to breathe the sweet air of 2029 again. Funny story. Home sweet home, Ace. Wait, some of these buildings look familiar, but why is that? Is that a giant pyramid in the middle of Manhattan? What's been happening in New York since we've been gone? You! Stop there! Egyptian guards? Oh boy. Oh. Who are you and what? Silence! You're under arrest by the order of the Pharaoh. Ugh. Under arrest, sir. We're the agent of the temporal crime. We know who you are. Enemies of the Ptolemy dynasty. Enemies of the Ptolemy dynasty. We have orders to seize your time machine and take you to the New Cairo penitentiary. New Cairo? Where are you? You, girl, with the Egyptian facial markings. You're coming with us to the palace. Take your hands off Nabet. She's... Quiet, outlaws. Secret Agent Ace, your adventure's over. Your soul awaits. Let's go. Well, thanks, guys. It's been fun. I'll see you guys in jail, apparently. It was fun. Later. I'm too lazy to walk out of my room. I like how we did the not being an official police force thing. Not at the end of the book, but halfway through. Hey, so what is happening? Why are we prisoners? I tried asking those guards, but they gave me a black guy instead of answers. We're ambushed, Ace. Those guards were waiting for us to return to seize our time machine and arrest us. What about this palace? Where have they taken it bad? What if they discover she's from the past, or if they hurt her? Those guards looked Egyptian, and they said New York was now called New Cairo. And bet needing an Egyptian might work in her favor. But I don't understand. My readings confirm we landed in New York 2029, except this isn't the 2029 I remember. Something's very wrong. We must find the chief and figure out what's happened, which means we have to get out of here. Ace is right. Let's search ourselves for anything that might help us escape. Come on, team, we can do this. Oh boy. Back to the Future. Oh, these guys look sick. Alright. Let's get a move on. Come on, me, I'm just gonna... Alright. Alright, who's dead? Oh, there's no dead people! Yo! I got way too excited about that. Alright, dog. Dumbbell. Toilet paper. Faded paper. That is not the right chat. Alright. Plot twist, the atmosphere died. Alright. Ace, I think one of the guards dropped that piece of paper. It looks like a to-do list. Luckily, I grabbed the forensic kit from the time machine. Let's recover the faded text and see if it'll help us escape. Ooh, funny story. We don't have enough stars to do that. Okay, just for the sake... To-do list. Lock up prisoners, report to Pharaoh. Follow me, get back to the base. Password. The guard's paper has password on it. This could be a way out of here. There's a drawing of an Egyptian deity. Perhaps if we type their name to that security panel, it'll open the cell door. It's worth a try. Ace, can you reach to that security panel? Careful not to touch those laser bars. No, Amy, I can't, because I don't have a star. Alright? Alright, one more star, I promise. Alright, let's try that again. Don't worry, I'll probably cut those middle parts out. Probably. Anubis. Okay, really, that was the difficult password? Come on. That's drawing of Anubis, Ace. That's the password. It's deactivated the laser bars. We're free. Alright, everyone, let's get out of here before... Not so fast. Do you think you could... Alright. Penelope just... Ha! It worked! I like that joke from Alejandro from King Francis' court. Good job, Penelope. Let's hurry to time headquarters. If there's anywhere we'll find answers, it's there. At Times Square. Ace is Times Square, except it's not. Everything is different somehow. And there's hieroglyphics everywhere. The city looks like a strange mix of modern New York and ancient Egypt. I have a bad feeling about this, Ace. Where's Time headquarters? All I see here is an apartment building. But we're definitely at the right address. And Ace is right. One of the residents of that building is Christopher Scott. The chief must live here. Well, his guards are after us. We can't stand here talking. Let's go upstairs and find the chief. He'll explain everything. Yo, why did the chief come with us? What, did he have some sort of civic duty to stay in time? Oh, okay. Well, this is not looking great for him right now. Oh, that's a dead boy. That's a dead boy. Is it that? Oh. Well, to anyone who didn't think it was the chief, I got bad news for you. Oh, gun. Oh, okay, that's not the murder weapon. Alright, please give me another star. Oh, wow. That looks like a murder weapon to me. Wait, fork knife? You mean like Fortnite? I'm sorry. I had to. Oh, nice, I actually got it. Cool. My god, it's the chief. He's dead. Looks a little bit different, too. Someone slashed his throat with that electric knife. Look at all this blood. No, how could the chief be gone? Why would anyone do this? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be a tough case, I can tell. This is a nightmare, Ace. First we're arrested, then our time machine is confiscated. The world we know is drastically altered. And now the chief's been murdered. What the heck is going on? I think deep down we all know what this means. There's clearly been a major disruption on the timeline. This is not our 2029. We're in New Cairo, ruled by a strange Egyptian dynasty. We have no way to contact time, and for some reason, we're wanted criminals. Well, we might be fugitives, but we're also the best detectives in history. We must get to the bottom of this. Janice, Theo, I want you to set up to makeshift labs in the chief's apartment. I'll examine the body straight away, Ace. I won't have any equipment. I won't have my equipment, but I'll do my best. Ace, Jack, you examine that electric knife. It must be a murder weapon. Go ahead and collect some of that strange substance from the blade. And we should search this apartment for more clues. We must learn everything we can about our chief in this alternate timeline. Let's get to work. Well, you know those times where we have to check the apartment like 5 times over to realize it was hiding in like a trash can? Like, first try, it's like right next to the body. Yo, F's in the chat for our man. That's unfortunate. I kind of saw it coming, but I'd feel more bad if like I actually saw him more. F, and of course shield the one rebel saying G. Oh, come on! Really? It's the one clue? Oh, am I missing something? Smartphone. Brush. Alright, not getting the second card. Whoopsie doodles. Alright, we're gonna have a very long star collection session. Ace, you found a photograph of the chief. He's very young, but I recognize him anywhere. That's his graduation from the New Cairo College of Science, which means the Egyptians already ruled when the chief was young. But this also means that everything is different in this timeline. Our chief also studied science. He was a nuclear physicist before he joined Time. Who's the other guy in the photo? Do you recognize him? No, but now that we're back in 2029, we can probably find this guy through social media. And putting that torn paper back together should be easy, Ace. Come on, team, let's do this for the chief. Yo, there better be like 10 suspects. This better be good. Alright. We have 3 things we can do. I want to do this. I don't think it matters, because... yeah, it probably doesn't. So let's do this then. We'll find the boy. Identify the boy. Okay, that kind of looks like Rupert. Nope. I messed up. Well, Emmett Scott. Oh. It's the guy in the chief's graduation photo was his brother, Emmett. I found him on FriendNet and sent him a message. He's agreed to come here and talk with us. Hopefully he can convince the chief's brother to help us find the killer. And maybe, like, let us know, hey, what's going on? You know. How is it hanging? Inform Emmett Scott. Oh, we can't, because we are out of stars. So with that all being said, I'm gonna go collect some stars, so I will be right back. Hello, we are back. Let's do this. 35. And, our boy, he's not looking too great. Isn't this terrible, Ace? Not only has our world been turned upside down, the chief's been murdered. Who knows what's happened to our timeline? I hope my grandchildren are okay. We'll find the answers to all our questions, Janice. But first, we must catch the chief's killer. Well, I'll need a lab to tell you the chief's throat was cut with the electric knife you found, Ace. It's a nasty wound. Who would do such a thing? Well, I can't tell you exactly who. I've started to develop a profile of the killer. I found traces of carbonated liquid deep in the wound, splashed there by the killer during the murder. I suspected it was some kind of soft drink. There was nothing in the apartment, and when I bought every fizzy drink I could find from the shop downstairs. After cross-referencing it all, I determined the killer splashed rocket sphinx into the throat wound. Oh, God. It's an energy drink. Oh, really, is it? Really, energy drink. Huh. A killer will need all the energy they can get to stay ahead of you, Ace. Alright. Let's do the electric knife. Oh, cool. Don't click where I clicked. That's great. What? Really? It was the middle one? Of course it was. Cool. That was way easier than I made it to be. Next, we're collecting the substance from the electric knife, Ace. Let's see what Theo can make of it. Oh yeah, I really like this chapter art. It's nice. I found an old microscope the chief had lying around, Ace, so I've set up a makeshift lab in his bathroom. But you won't believe this. I looked at my family to see whether they are okay in this timeline. I found them online, but our entire family fortune has disappeared. My parents run a small bakery in New Cairo. The rich kid is now poor. But I wish I could contact them while we're wanted fugitives. It's too dangerous. We're all concerned about our loved ones, but right now we must focus on our investigation, like that creamy substance Ace found on the murder weapon. The compound is a mixture of beeswax and tallow. The primary ingredients are the leather conditioner, or more specifically, crocodile skin leather. Crocodile skin? Yes, crocodiles are sacred to the Egyptians and are considered a symbol of power. In New Cairo, wearing crocodile skin shoes must be a real status symbol. If the killers smudged this leather conditioner on the murder weapon, they must be wearing crocodile skin shoes. Ace, you'll have to hold me back from skinning them alive once I get my hands on the chief's killer. Okay. Bit much. Anything off about this guy? Not immediately. What is this? What is this? Lenny something? Lenny Saunders. Taxi driver. Yes, I can't believe the chief's dead. I thought we'd be giving him a debrief, not solving his murder. I know, things are pretty bleak. We got another clue. The torn paper Ace found is a business card for a taxi driver named Lenny Saunders. Let's call Mr. Saunders and have him meet us in front of the building. Hey, Lenny. Ooh, he's got nice teeth. Can we go back a step? Look at the... Yo. Why did those look so impressive to me for some reason? I don't see any similarities yet. Whatever. Victim's brother. Whoever you people are, you're telling me my brother's been murdered? That's insane. You don't know the half of it. And what are you doing in Chris's apartment? We're your brother's friends. We came for a visit and found him dead. Believe us, we're just as dismayed. We're trying to understand what happened before the cops... I don't blame you for not trusting the cops. A bunch of corrupt bullies with no interest in helping anyone. But I can't tell you much about my brother. So I didn't see him very often, especially after he got fired. Fired? From the time agency? What time agency? No, from the Research Institute. Physics or something. That's what he's been doing ever since he graduated. But they let him go about a year ago, and Chris got depressed, stopped going out, hardly returned my calls. It's sad to say, but I bet his landlord knows more about my brother than I do. Anyway, I'd better go. You look like a decent bunch. Let's have a drink one day to honor his memory. Okie dokie. Hey, it's my head is spinning. Apparently the chief never worked for time in his timeline. He was a scientist all his life. Yeah, his brother's never even heard of the agency. Yeah. Ace is right. We should talk to the landlord Emmett mentioned. There's a directory by the front door. His name is Abrax Tiakin. Abrax? I'm gonna go with Abrax. Abrax, something like that. He lives on the top floor. But we better pretend to be private detectives. We don't want Mr. Tiakin calling the real cops. That's a good point. The real cops are spooky. Guys, if you ever get in trouble, make sure not to call the real cops. Make sure you're calling the 911 police. Those are the real cops. Somebody call a taxi? Where are you folks headed? We don't need a ride. We're after information about one of your passengers. Information? If you're not paying for a ride, I don't have time to talk. Please, Mr. Saunders, we need your help. Our friend's dead and we need to know what happened to him. His name was Chris Scott. Mr. Scott? Yeah, he was a regular. I drove him home last night. Last night? Where'd you pick him up? Well, it was over by those... Look, I ain't done nothing wrong. Mr. Saunders, forget it. I don't want to get mixed up in any funny business. That's how cab drivers talk, right? Let him go, Ace. We can contact Mr. Saunders if we need him. Good luck with that. Yeah, trust a cab driver to drive back to you. You do realize he knows, like, every path, right? Whatever. Mr. Tiakin, we're private detectives, investigating the murder of one of your tenants, Christopher Scott. What? The guy in 257B is dead? Do you know how hard it'll be to find a new tenant? Anyway, go ahead and ask your questions. Was there ever a government agency in this building? Something called... government agency? No, it's always been an apartment building. My family's owned it for years. I see. And what about Mr. Scott? Did you know him? No, he was always pretty quiet. Exactly the type kind of tenant I like. Although he's been late with his rent recently since he lost his job. Anyway, I better start putting an advert together. Now I have a vacant apartment. Outside Chief's apartment. Ace, we faced incredible odds getting back to 2029, only to find everything's changed. In New York, we know is gone, replaced by this bizarre new Cairo. Our time machine's been confiscated, and we're wanted criminals, and Met's getting captured. Oh, God. I really hope nothing happens to her. And worst of all, Chief Scott is dead. So far, our investigation has been almost fruitless, Ace. The Chief's brother, Emmett, said that in his timeline, he was a nuclear scientist, but Emmett knew nothing about time. I've done some searching on the internet, and from what I can tell, the agency, and even time travel itself, doesn't exist in this timeline. Ooh. It's nuts. Meanwhile, the building's landlord hardly knew anything about the Chief's personal life. That taxi driver was afraid to even talk to us. We must find out what caused this mess, starting by solving the Chief's murder. Did you say murder? You're the people asking questions about the dead guy upstairs. Maybe. What's it to you? For the right price, I might have information you'd be interested in. I saw the killer run out of the building. What if she is the killer? Dun dun dun. Okay. Well, let's not hesitate. Give me the info. Hey, I saw the killer run out of the building. I saw the killer. You've got our attention, lady. Tell us everything. $182 people watching. How's it going, everybody? Let's see. Any common traits yet? Not really. Green eyes, maybe. A negative, O negative, B negative, B negative. Ooh, B negative might be something. Green, maybe? No. I actually don't know. Whatever. Homeless girl. Thanks. Didn't notice. So, Miss Blanker, did you claim you saw the killer? How about copping up a call of Durham's first? We don't have any Durhams. Well, I don't give anything away. I'm out of here. Not so fast. If you know something about this murder, you're gonna spill it. Alright, alright. I was rummaging through the garbage when somebody threw a blood-stained glove in the trash. A blood-stained glove. Ace, that must have been the killer. Did you see what they looked like? No, when I looked up, they already run off. You'll find that glove in the garbage can on the corner, but I'm not fishing it out for you. I can't speak. Did you know Christopher Scott, the man who was killed, from anywhere else from this building? Nah, I just hang out here asking for change. Alright, come on, Ace. If the killer discarded evidence in the street, we must find it. So, I guess now, in this timeline, in the ultimate present, everything is different. So everything that we've been through, from both Grimsboroughs, to Pacific Bay, to World Edition, to Mysteries of the Past, now is all just completely pointless because it didn't lead us. It literally just led us to an altered failure, pretty much. Alright, mummy, palm tree. This must be the trash can that drifter mentioned. Let's dig in and look for the killer's glove. What's so interesting about that book, Ace? 1987 by George Torwell? That sounds almost familiar, but not quite. Something's written on the inside cover, 257B. That's Chief Scott's apartment number. This book must be his. Let's retrieve the rest of what's written here. Blank. Do you think this is gonna be done by that time camper? If it wasn't, I'd be kind of confused. I mean, this is, you know, how things happen. Bad guys are gonna be bad, you know. I can't even read that. Ace, there's a dedication written inside the book, in the Chief's handwriting. It says, Rahima, I think you'll like this, the guy from 257B. You've seen this name before, Ace. Right, the building's directory of tenants is Rahima Tamoon, to apartment 258A. She's the Chief's neighbor. Clearly the chief and this Rehuma Tamoon were acquainted, which means we should speak with her. Oh, we got a clue. Gamers, we've got a clue. It's probably, just going on a limb here, it's probably one of these two. I honestly don't know. It could be literally anything. What have I missed? Oh, not much. We just, Chief's dead. We got arrested and the bet's been captured. Oh, Oh, we got a glove. Jackpot, Ace. This glove you found in the trash is covered in blood. The killer's glove could go a long way towards solving the chief's murder, so let's get back to Theo's lab. Boinkity boink. Ace, this glove is a valuable clue. It's definitely belonged to the killer. A rudimentary analysis of the blood has confirmed it's the chief's. Unfortunately, apart from the blood, there are no other traces of any kind. Then how is it a valuable clue? Well, this section of clear plastic is unusual. Looks like a small window. I did some research, and it turns out this window allows the glove's wearer to use a subcutaneous microchip. What? A microchip embedded under a person's skin. Apparently, citizens of New Cairo can use these chips, called a jip chip, for any jip chip. Oh, that's clever. For anything from digital payments to accessing their homes. This window allows people to swipe their jip chip even while they're wearing gloves, which means your killer has a jip chip. Yeah, well belongs to. Okay. And if they discard evidence outside, Ace, maybe they'll have other clues inside the apartment. Let's look around again. Why can't we just time travel to the time before we killed Caesar when we had the chance to? Because that would be too easy. Alright, sure. This music's probably a little bit too quiet. I'm gonna... okay. Let me know if the music's too loud, guys. Playing cards, dice. Even in the dystopian world of New Cairo, you can trust the chief to have a messy desk. Wait, Ace, that letter you found addresses the chief as the chief. How is that possible? Time doesn't even exist here. That handwriting looks strangely familiar. Let's clear this residue to see who wrote this letter. Ooh. And you think that broken device is important, Ace, go ahead and reassemble it. Oh, that's definitely a team member. This is accidentally a team member. Oh, never mind. We already have all 5 suspects. Well, whose handwriting have we seen? Seen this? No one's. Cool. So why does this look familiar? Oh, maybe it's the sheet. Okay. I mean, in all technical terms, let's be real. If there were ever people to become, time travelers and all that, we would probably mess it up way before anyone else could. This device looks like a modem. The chief would have used this to connect to the internet. I mean, there probably are time travelers, is what I'm saying. I believe it. We'd analyze this modem to learn more about the chief and maybe get a lead on this killer. Let's have Kai dig into the modem's databank. It's just that we don't know them yet because the technology doesn't exist yet in our time. But of course, they're traveling around the world, probably, I don't know, playing bingo. The chief's done a bang-up job of concealing his online activity in this modem, Ace. There's no browsing history, no email records, nothing. Even my best recovery algorithms are useless. I wonder why the chief was so cautious. Do you think he had something to hide? Apparently he had reason to be suspicious. This wiretap was was planted inside this modem. A wiretap. Someone was spying on the chief. Exactly. The security protocols the chief had in place are rock solid, so the bug couldn't trace anything. The IP of the address of the wiretap links back to the top floor of this building. Top floor? That's what the chief's landlord lives. Why was he tracking the chief's online activity? Let's ask Mr. Tiakin and find out. But tread carefully, Ace. He may not be the forthcoming about tapping the chief's modem. 200 people watching. How's it going, everybody? Oh. Uh-oh. No wonder the handwriting's so familiar, Ace. It's mine. This is the letter we left for the chief 60 years ago. Oh. A time machine is sometimes send help to immediately. Okay. The chief, at times we were sabotaged. We were started in 1969. This was our call for help. But at this alternate timeline, Christopher Spot wasn't our chief and had no idea who we were. This letter must have been pure nonsense to him. Do you think he might have shown it to anyone else? Perhaps that gray residue will give us a clue. Let's put it under the microscope Theo found. Because if so, we're in trouble. Oh, I assume it probably his brother. I can't be positive, but I assume. Okay. Yep. The great residue you collected off of the letter of the cigar was to the chief with cigar ash, Ace. Wait, the chief's brother Emmett was smoking a cigar. Is it possible he's read our letter? He claimed he'd never heard of time, but maybe he knows more than he's letting on. Let's invite our chief's brother back for the drink he suggested. We could slip the letter into our conversation. Alright. Do this. Mr. Moon, we're friends with your neighbor, Christopher Scott. We have some questions about his murder. Isn't it awful? I can't believe it happened right next door. Did you know Mr. Scott very well? We found this book and... Put that away! 1987 is banned, regarded as a manifesto against the Potala dynasty. Sorry, we're not here to get you in trouble. That wasn't Chris's intention either. He was fascinated by history, collecting books about the past. We'd chat in the hall sometimes about literature and quickly realized we were kind of kindred spirits, so he trusted me to show me that book. Watch out, it's a dangerous world out there. For whatever reason, Chris ended up dead. Be careful, you aren't next. Alright then. Cool. I don't know how to pronounce Ptolemy Dynasty. I think I pronounced it right. I probably didn't. Would you help us with something, Mr. Tiakin? We're cleaning out our friend's apartment and found this. Do you know what it is? Not that it's any of your business. That device monitors online communication. As a landlord, I have every right to ensure my tenants aren't breaking the law. It's mandated by the dynasty. Do you suspect Mr. Scott was up to something? I can't prove anything, but the guy was obviously a misfit. Had no regard for the Ptolemy dynasty and didn't even believe in Ra. He scoffed at the worship of mere animals and golden idols. Now, if we're finished, I need to order a new pair of crocodile skin shoes with my Jip chip. Because that's definitely something normal human beings do. I'm glad you invited me for that drink. Hopefully my brother has something in the house. All I've had at home was Rocket Sphinx. Thanks for coming, Mr. Scott. While you're here, we wanted to ask you about this letter. My crazy brother and that blasted letter. I told you Chris had become a recluse after losing his job, but it was much worse than that. He was losing his mind. Chris had been going on about how the world wasn't right. Knew Kara wasn't supposed to be this way. He was so paranoid he wouldn't even let me use my Jip chip while I was around. Did your brother talk about the time travel before he received this letter? Yes, he claimed that letter from the past proved everything. Corresponding with people about time machines calling him chief. It's madness. We got into a huge argument. Before things got violent, I turned on the heels of my crocodile skin shoes and left. I wish my brother had listened to reason. I just hope this lunacy didn't get him killed. funny story. 236 people, wow. The more we learn about the Chief's murder race, the more questions we can uncover. We know Chief Scott received our letter from 1969, which his brother said reinforced the Chief's belief that this world wasn't as it should be. The fact that our letter exists means that although our timeline has been overridden, some elements of the past have survived. The Chief in this reality was also considered a misfit, which is why his landlord had wiretapped his modem. Rahima Tamoon had also said Chief shared literature outlawed by the dynasty with her. Could this subversive behavior have made the Chief a target for murder? Well, now we're the targets, Ace. Our pictures are all over the news. A bounty is out on our head. Ooh. Oh, we're gonna... Well, it was fun. Alright, so I'm gonna go collect up the rest of these stars, and then I'll be right back. See you guys in just a moment. Hey, we're back. Chapter 3, Back to the Future. Let's do this. Blah, 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 blah. Citizens of New Cairo, Pharaoh Ptolemy is offering a reward for the capture of these malevolent apostates. These renegades should be considered extremely dangerous. They'd be seized and brought to the authorities. May Ra's light shine upon you. As if things weren't bad enough, what will we do? Ace is right, we shouldn't be seen outside right now. Since we're stuck inside, we might as well search the Chief's apartment again. Ah, they used the promotional stuff. Except for a frowning face for Jack. I really like Amy's promotional work. Ra's upon us. Rah, 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 rah. Alright, chapter 3. Oh no, I didn't mean to click share. Leave it to me to not get anything right. No, not right now. There we go. Ace, that old-fashioned cell phone must be the Chief's. If you can crack the password, we might learn something about the circumstances surrounding his murder. And the diagrams of these handwritten notes look like the ones of Da Vinci's treatise on the time travel. But this Chief wasn't working for time, or doesn't even exist here. Let's retrieve the rest of this page to figure out what this means. If you think it's worth sifting through this flower pot, Ace, I won't stop you. The Chief's killer has eluded us long enough. I'd really like to get my hands on them, so let's get to work. Can I make a quick theory? I don't know if this is fact or anything. I just want to say, I have a theory. So I saw the saboteur of the guy who sabotaged our time machine back in case 6 of Travel in Time. That looked so much like Jonah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It looked way too much like Jonah. Or like a future sort of Jonah. And we do know that he is a hired hand. So, afterwards, if he was hired to, ruin our lives, wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's killed people. Why not? Kids breaking the rules. No, I don't actually know. That's probably not true. It's probably just a reused character model sort of thing. How strange, Ace. There's a half-hearted pendant buried in the flower part. Aren't those things couples give each other? There's no name, only beyond 258A. That's the apartment for the Chief's neighbor, Rahima Tamoon. She's never said anything about being romantically involved with the Chief. Let's find out as to why Miss Tamoon kept this from us. Reuse character models, whoa. I know, right? That's never happened in video games. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, she knows. Oh, she knows. These are quantum theory computations, Ace. Isn't
That Da Vinci's conditional probability formula? Maybe the chief was doing research into time travel. Apparently he had a research assistant named Anna Blankard. Huh, that sounds familiar. Wait, isn't Anna Blankard that homeless girl we met outside? She claims she knew nothing about Chief Scott, but she clearly worked with him. Miss Blankard needs to explain this. Oh, she's definitely a time traveler. Oh, so that's why she's homeless. What can you do? Ba, ba, ba. There we go. You want the chief's phone, Ace? Let's get it to Kai, pronto. Where is the Osiris? I don't know words. The phone is another example of the chief covering his tracks, Ace. It's a burner phone, and the text messages only go back a week, so it's likely the chief replaces phones on a regular basis. Nevertheless, there's something interesting about those messages. We're all ears. Almost every day, the chief sent pickup requests to the taxi driver he spoke to, Lenny Saunders, and each message included GPS coordinates. The coordinates just corresponded to a bunch of empty warehouses. The final message is an angry reply from Saunders. Stop calling me, Scott. I'm not taking any more of your pickups. Chief can't tell us what all this means, but Lenny Saunders can. Looks like we'll be calling him again after all. Alright, let's go in order. Oh, it's you. I thought you were delivering my rocket sphinx. I ordered using my jib chip from the same store as my landlord. Why didn't you tell us about your relationship with Mr. Scott? You clearly did more than discuss their history and literature. I didn't mean to deceive you, it's just that I never knew where our relationship was at. One minute, Chris was acting all gentlemanlike, showing me with attention, even bought me those crocodile skin shoes. Then out of nowhere, Chris broke it off. He never even told me why, just some lame excuse that it was for my own good. I imagine that must have hurt your feelings. Nah, I'll get over it. When someone treats you like that, maybe I am better off without them. Okay. I'm gonna talk to taxi driver because he's probably not important. Probably. You again? I can't waste time talking all day. I've got dire dirhams to earn. These crocodile skin shoes aren't cheap. You weren't exaggerating when you said Mr. Scott was a regular customer. He messaged you every day. Then there's this last message. What made you so angry? Mr. Scott had me driving him to some dodgy places. I didn't feel safe. Not to mention the company you kept. Some of the shady characters you ride with, you don't want to know. Actually, we do. You must know who these characters are. Well, you won't hear it from me. I'm done talking. I don't wish nothing bad on anybody, but I'm glad Mr. Scott's off my back once and for all. Alright, dude. That's a bit mean. Alright. Back with a couple of dirhams after all. I could use a can of rocket sphinx right about now. And we know you work with Chris Scott. Why didn't you tell us? That was months ago, and it didn't end well. Why'd you get up the pass? I can't. Because a friend's been murdered, and we need to understand what happened. Mr. Scott was a funny guy to work with. He was always being mixed up with metaphors. Watch clock never boils was my favorite. But when he started researching particle physics, he was convinced that time travel was possible. The Institute directors disapproves and warned him to stop, but he ignored them. Eventually they fired him, putting him on a political blacklist. And that, because I was his assistant, they fired me too. I had a good life and a prospering career. My Jip Chip account was loaded. Now I sleep in a dumpster, and it's all Christopher's fault. Well, don't blame me. Or maybe do blame me, because I kind of led you to... Look, I just saw murders, alright? We're slowly getting a clear picture of Chief Scott's life in New Cairo, Ace, and it's pretty complicated. Apparently, the research the chief was conducting in time travel ultimately got him and his assistant Anna Blankard blacklisted. After he was fired, he isolated himself, staying off the grid with burner phones. The chief abruptly broke off with his girlfriend in order to protect her. While the mysterious journeys of the shady characters were enough to freak out Lenny Saunders. He was clearly up to something. The question is, did he get him killed? As mentioned, we should stay out of sight, Ace. We must go outside and hunt for clues. This is the only way I'll find answers, whatever. Come on, Kim, we know you can do the high-pitched female voices. No, I can't. I shouldn't be doing that at like 5 in the morning. Especially seeing I've been speaking my voice out. Alright, so let's look at our suspects. This guy is important. This girl's important. And this dude's important. Okay, if I had to guess, my money's on this boy. On Mr. Landlord. That would be my best bet. I could be wrong though. I don't see any similarities really. Maybe black hair, but no, because I assume this is a clue. Just going off a limb there. So what do these two have in common with this guy? One of these two. I mean, this guy's a dude. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Alright. Boink. Boink. Open. Satchel. Boom, bada bang, bada bam. That's all the stars, I think. that we need. The empty can of Rocket Sphinx is stained with blood, Ace. We know the killer drinks that, so they must have discarded this can. Even without his lab, Theo can use the saliva around the rim to establish a DNA profile of the killer. Let's take a sample. And the CCTV camera will be an excellent clue if it wasn't broken. It has a perfect view of the chief's apartment entry, which the killer used to flee the building. You think we can repair the damage of this camera race? Then let's do it. Come on, let's get these clues back inside. With all of our faces over the news, we're sitting ducks. Yeah, here's a question. How are we gonna actually, like, arrest the killer? Because, we don't really have any authority to do that. And also, like, if we take a footstep outside, we're gonna die. Oh, there's also a height thing. So it might be her. Because, I don't know, they're kind of similar. He's kind of taller. I don't know, I can't tell. I guess we're gonna find out. Otto looked like PewDiePie? Did he? I guess. Why does it start me off one? This game hates me. Yo, that was the luckiest guess ever. Oh, I almost had 9 there. Let's rush the sample of saliva of the killer's can of Rocket Sphinx to Theo, Ace. Yeah, I don't think the death penalty exists. I don't know, maybe this capital punishment might be a thing here. I don't know. I would actually like to see that being implemented, though. That was almost implemented in Mysteries of the Past, and then they were like, no, that's not gonna happen. Because, you know, Lawson. You repaired the CCTV camera, Ace. If there's any usable footage of the killer, Kai will be the one to find it. Alright, guys. Time to place your final bets. Who's it gonna be? Alright. Let's start with the camera. I've tried my best to recover footage from the CCTV cameraways, and I've got good news and bad news. You might as well give us the bad news first. I isolated some footage of the killer as they exited the chief's building. You can see them throwing away that blood-stained glove you found. The damage to the camera was too severe to make a positive identification. The film is too pixelated. So, what's the good news? That's where I come in, Ace. Although we didn't identify the culprit, I recognize a distinct shape of the killer's clothing. The shape is unmistakable, consistent, yep, the symbol worn by the ancient Egyptians. The killer is wearing a scarab brooch. The killer can try to hide behind their lies, Ace, but their scarab brooch will be as plain as day. Okay, I could have guessed that one. So, what's the other one? It's frustrating, Ace. The killer left behind a prime sample of saliva on that soft drink can. Maybe it's just the killer's mail. I don't know. I haven't gotten the suitable equipment to do a thorough DNA analysis. Did that sample give you any lead at all, Theo? Or just enough genetic markers to clearly isolate an X and Y chromosome? Yep. And I don't care what timeline you're in, X and Y chromosome indicates only one thing. You can be certain the killer is a man. And that man will face our tough justice for killing the chief. Killer's a male. I knew it. I called it. You done it, Ace. We got all the proof we need to bring down the chief's killer. Time may not exist in New Cairo, but they'll pay for their crime one way or another. We're just gonna, like, pull out a Glock. How could you? Alright, landlord time. You evil, evil man. I knew all along. Edbrooks Tiakin, you were the one who killed your tenant, Christopher Scott. You entered his apartment, slashed his sword with an electric knife, and left him to die. You think I committed murder? That's a fascinating theory. We know you did it. We have a witness who saw you run out of the building, throwing away your bloodstained glove. You murdered our friend, and we want to know why. Very well. Telling you was of no consequence. I did kill your friend. I've been monitoring him for a while now. A real subversive he was, constantly refusing to toe the line, reading forbidden literature. I was surprised when the order came down to eliminate him. You got an order? From whom? I've been living under a rock. From Potala family, of course. It promised me a handsome reward to kill your friend. Mr. Scott failed to grasp the only path to success and prosperity is unconditional obedience to the regime. And I've seen you on the news. You're wanted criminals. Now I can turn you in and claim a hefty bounty. So, let's go. And don't try anything or I'll... Oh boy! I'm afraid we're not going anywhere. Ooh. Yo, he was just like, yoink. Chuck it. Did Kai just kill him? Nice work, Kai. Now that... Okay, unconscious. Let's get him tied up. Ooh. Yo. Then we'll decide what to do next. Months later. Now that Abrams Tiakin is locked away in the chief's bathroom, let's gather our thoughts. Apparently, Tiakin was ordered to murder the chief by the Potala family because he was seen as a subversive element. But as far as we know, the most subversive thing he did was research time travel. That's what got him the government's blacklist. The government obviously knows time travel is possible because those guards were waiting to throw us in prison the second we arrived, which would only lead to one conclusion. The Potala dynasty masterminded the manipulation of the timeline and will crush anyone who stands in their way. If they think murdering the chief and putting a price on our head will stop us, they better think again. Maybe this isn't the first time the dynasty, like I said, it looks like Jonah, has tried to stop us. Someone did sabotage our time machine. Could they have been operating under the dynasty's orders? One thing is certain, if we're to repair the damage to the timeline, we need answers, and we won't rest until we find them. And to find a bet, to rescue her. We got our work cut out for us, Ace. Let's get to it. I bet Jack actually kind of likes her. They seem to be toned up. Oh my god, almost 300 viewers. Thank you, everybody. Alright, well, let's not hesitate any longer. Time is a lie. Alright, that's strong. Time is a lie. Let's do it. Right now. Who needs transitions? Oh my god. Although we captured the Chief's killer, Ace, our problems in this altered timeline aren't over. Our time machine's been seized, so making an escape is impossible. And Beth's been hauled off to the Pharaoh's place. And there's a price on our head, meaning we're virtually trapped inside the Chief's apartment. But we can't stay here. The Pharaoh hired the building's landlord to murder the Chief. Someone will eventually find us here. I have an idea, Ace. The Chief was under the watchful eye of the Potala family because of his subversive behavior. And Lady Saunders said the Chief associated with shady characters in questionable parts of the city. Maybe we should seek out these characters. The Chief clearly trusted them. It's risky, but under the circumstances, the chance we have to take. Ace, you and Zara grill Lenny Saunders for any information you can. We won't take no for an answer this time. The rest of us should stay out of sight. What? We can't sit around while no bet is being held by those monsters. And the Potala dynasty is responsible for manipulating the timeline and stranding us in the past. We must learn everything we can about them. Alright, Jack, but Ace is going with you. Don't venture too far afield, so start your research at the newsstand. Zara will call Mr. Saunders as soon as you're ready. Don't attract any unnecessary attention, and keep your wits about you. Oh boy. Man. I like how it says it right there. Thanks. Alright, let's go to the newsstand. Doesn't Jonah have scars or something? Have you seen how inaccurate this game can be sometimes? Just saying. Look. It happens. And plus, it's I don't know, maybe they couldn't render it in. I'm not gonna make any assumptions at this point. Smartphone. IRA. Flag. Newspaper. Oh. Flowers. Monkey. I was hoping to get that extra star, but whatever. Showed you those ceremonial robes, Ace. I bet that's Pharaoh's That's Pharaoh Ptolemy and his queen on the New Cairo Times. If the Ptolemy family were responsible for manipulating the timeline, we must learn all we can about them. So let's get this newspaper back upstairs and retrieve the rest of that faded article. Annual 5th of July celebrations. Oh, come on! The headline reads, Annual 5th of July celebrations. Wait, days? That's only a few days away. Whatever these celebrations are, they're connected to the Ptolemy dynasty, so there could be information about them in this article. Let's have Orlando delve into it. Seeing the 4th of July is like what, like a week away? The New Cairo Times for the July celebrations is all very surreal, Ace. I'm sure it is. Did you learn anything about the Ptolemy dynasty from that article? The 5th of July celebrations commemorate the Ptolemy dynasty's rise to power. Apparently, Pharaoh Ramses the XLIII, if someone could please tell me what that means in numeric terms, and his wife, Queen Shabaka, and are direct descendants of Cleopatra, Mark Antony. So how come they're ruling in this timeline? How did this happen? I don't know. And this article obviously regards this version of history as completely normal. Nobody's aware things should be any different. Darn it. Is there anything in this article that might help us rescue Unibet? Our best opportunity could be the 5th of July celebrations themselves. Attendance is mandatory for all New Cairo citizens. The article also mentions the offering of tributes, but without explanation, I don't know if that's relevant. Ooh. Oh, I know what that means. That means someone's gonna die. 43, thank you. I don't relish talking to him, but Alex Remain must know plenty about the Ptolemy dynasty. We could ask him what happens at these celebrations. I'll accompany you, Ace. You never know if Mr. Tiakum will give you any trouble. Yeah, we did watch them both die. Did they have, like, a kid before or something? Oh, his appearance changed. You won't get away with this. When the Pharaoh finds out, you'll be fed to the crocodiles in Central Park. We're not here for monologuing, Tiakan. What do you know about the 5th of July celebrations and offering tributes? I refuse to answer. We could always have Kai muscle and answer out of you. Alright, I'll tell you. The offering of tributes is a marvelous tradition. As part of the celebration, slaves willingly, or unwillingly, offer themselves to the Ptolemy family. The Pharaoh is then free to do with them as he wishes. So tributes are slaves. Slaves, Ace. That's the link. When we first went to bed, she was Cleopatra's slave. My God, you're right, and if the Pharaoh figures out Nebet serves Cleopatra, he'll do anything to have her serve in his palace. It'll be a travesty to see Nebet return to the bondage of slavery after tasting freedom. Nebet has become one of those tributes, and she's safe for now. The celebrations aren't for a couple of days. Which gives us time to formulate a rescue plan. And what about me? I think we'll leave you here after we're gone. And once the royal guards arrive, you can explain how you let us slip through your fingers. No, you can't. Don't leave me here. Bye. You're in no danger talking to us, Mr. Saunders. We know our friend wasn't killed by those shady characters you told us about, but we must find them. You guys aren't gonna let this go, are you? Might as well tell you. Those people belong to an underground organization called the Resistance. Come on! Again? Those people are the resistance, individuals determined to undermine the Ptolemy government. Good lord. Whoa, do you think we're gonna see a descendant of Catherine Wolfe? We better. Hey, wait. That's the wrong way. Pretty simple. If you're watching this, please, for my sake, descendant of Catherine Wolfe for the resistance. That's all I ask for. Okay. As you can see, I have high demand. Resistance. These are people out there actually opposing the dynasty. That's great. That's a very blight of the society. You know how we can find these traitors? Probably in those warehouses your friend may have me drop them to. And they change location every week, so I can't help you. Now that I think about it, your friend is always fidgeting with something in the back seat. Like a key or something. key. That's all it's promising, Ace. The good news is we can search that inside Chief's apartment. Now, I've told you everything I know. Please, take these dirhams and leave me alone.
Oh my god. If we actually get a cat from wolf type character,
I'm gonna start playing this game on my own.
oh, I'd be so happy.
The key Lenny's owner has mentioned could be anywhere, Ace. I guess sifting through the pile of clutter is a good place to start looking. Now why don't we bring us all back? Oh my god. That would be even funnier. Travel in time, especially the past, but in the future, changed my mind. I mean, quite honestly, you could be right. So would that make this new ruler, Justin Lawson? USB drive. That's more like it, Ace. This key you found on the Chief's desk is actually a USB drive, which is much more likely to give us a lead on the resistance. Let's get this USB drive to Kai. So just looking at this, the time case 5 evidence clip picture right either 2 or 3 kids because the birth of one was unknown. There's also a chance another one might not exist in this canon because it was born in the same canon. Caesar, his dad, died. Oh, cool. Nice. So there was some sort of passing on. It's funny that this USB key was practically under our noses this whole time, Ace. It might literally be the key to understanding the resistance. How so? The drive is a diary of the Chief's involvement with the resistance. He wasn't their leader, but he's been aligned with them for months. Apparently, the Chief always believed something was wrong with history, but he never had proof, until the day he received our letter. Once he realized the time travelers were from an alternate universe were stranded in the past, who somehow knew an alternate version of himself, he joined the resistance and showed them our letter. Wait, the resistance knows about us? Are they rebelling against the Potala dynasty because they know this timeline shouldn't exist? Yes, which means we're not alone. Just as we'd hope, Ace, if we can cooperate with the resistance, maybe we can fix this mess and restore a timeline. But the Chief's notes about the resistance don't explain how to contact them, and Lenny Saunders told us everything he knows. Right, Ace? Anna Blankard worked with the Chief when he was researching the time travel. Maybe she knows something about the resistance? Come on, Ace. Hopefully Miss Blankard's still up front. Miss Blankard, when you were working with Miss Scott, did he ever mention the resistance? You can't go blurring out a word like that. I don't have anything to do with them. Just talking about them can get you into trouble. If you're looking for the resistance, that box over there, the infinity symbol on it, that's how they send messages to one another. Okay, so their logo, have the dynasty just not picked up on that one or something? If you need the key, I can't help you with that. We've got the key. I think we got that covered, right, Ace? If you guys are gonna meddle in resistance business, you'll need all the energy you can get. And don't worry, I didn't dig this out of the trash. I could use something to eat, Ace. One that's straight, but then it's straight across the street to unlock that box. Alright. Blimp. Guitar. Welcome. Sun. Dice. Cap. Cobra. Where is the cobra? I am blind. Oh, sorry. Okay. Scarabs, soccer ball. Contrast, Hefty, lock box. That might be something. Alright. This must be the Resistance locked box, Ace. The Infinity symbol is identical to the one on the Chief's USB key. I'll slot the key into the box, and... nothing's happening. I guess you also need a password. Go ahead and crack that encryption, Ace. I'll make sure nobody sees you. I hate lag. I feel you. 305 people. What's up, everybody? We're just about to finish this up. Oh, we went this entire case without the codex. Speak of the devil. All right, 48444. 4848. Okay, 48464. 5, 8, 4, 6. God, this needs to be easier. Good lord. You deciphered all the codes. Yes, I did. You've opened that locked box, Ace. Now we can leave a message of resistance. What should we write? How about, we're friends with Christopher Scott. We sent him the letter from 1969. Please contact us. You can trust us. I guess that's all we can say, Ace. We just have to hope that resistance will respond. Later. For the first time since we arrived in the Ultra 2029, I feel we're finally getting answers, Ace. We don't know exactly what the Potala dynasty rose to power, but it's obvious they manipulated the timeline to create this version of reality. And whilst most people are unaware that anything is wrong, there are those who understand this reality shouldn't exist and are opposing the family's reign. This chief was part of the resistance. Having reached out to them, all we can do is now await their response. But if that's still out there, possibly to be sold into slavery, or worse, on the 5th of July. We must figure out how to rescue her before that happens. Oh, we have a lot on our plate, Ace. We can't risk getting caught. Knock, knock. Someone's at the door, Ace. What do we do? Quiet, everyone. It could be the Egyptian guards. Wait, I've checked the peephole. There's a woman outside. She doesn't look like a guard. I'm inclined to open the door, Ace. This could be the answer we've been waiting for. But I'm ready for this action if this turns into a fight. Let's see what this woman wants. I didn't catch the name. Isabel Huxley, mysterious woman. Oh, she's got a cool little scar, too. Alright, who are you? What are you doing in Christopher's apartment? Who are you? You're the one bursting in, guns blazing. I got your message. That really was you. That was us. You're from the Resistance? Yes, we've been watching you, scurrying you around with your investigation. There's a bounty on your head. So I figured if you're wanted by the government, maybe this isn't a trap. I'm Isabel Huxley, the leader of the Resistance, but I still don't know who you are. We're Christopher's friends, in a manner of speaking. We're from an alternate timeline. You claim that you left that letter in 1969. If that's true, tell me something only the people who left it would know. We posed as Christopher's parents, leaving that letter in a vault at the Grand Manhattan Bank. It really is you! You are from another timeline! We've always believed it was true, but you're here to have you here in the flesh. We're just as overwhelmed by all of this. We were stranded in the past, and when we returned, our world was unrecognizable. In our timeline, we're from a law enforcement agency solving temporal crimes. Christopher is our chief. And for where we're from, the Potala dynasty doesn't exist. Some of Cleopatra's descendants are probably alive, but they aren't in power. We believe in the Potala family tampered with the timeline to engineer the version of reality. We suspect they sent someone to the past to deliberately sabotage us, so we couldn't prevent it. Now that you've returned to the present, we have a chance to overthrow the Potala dynasty. Join the Resistance, Ace. Help us put things right. I agree. If we're to have any chance of us restoring the timeline, we must work together. We should go now. The government will be here any minute. And with your permission, we'd like to take Christopher's body. He'll be buried with the honor he deserves. Oh. Yes, of course. That's very kind. Put on this wig so nobody recognizes you on the way to the headquarters. Welcome to the Resistance, Ace. That looks awful. At the Resistance headquarters. Ooh. Our world might have turned upside down, Ace, but at least we're among people who can help put things right. Well, it's nice to have a place to hide from the Pharaoh's guards. We know very little about this Resistance, and I don't know if we can trust them. If the chiefs trusted them and Isabel. The chief trusted them and Isabel, so that's enough for me. Hopefully together we make sense of what happened to the timeline and find a way to repair it. Right now, Ace, get a good night's sleep. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. And that's the end of the case. Whoop whoop. All right. Next case. Somebody. I guess you could say, holy crap.
funny. It's funny because he has a hole in his chest. Or she, I don't know. I can't even tell what that is. Alright, Case 17 will be released the 4th of July. Wow, they're really gonna release that on on a holiday. Okay. That's something else. Well, with all that's said and done, first off, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. Having 312 people watching the live stream, that is amazing. Thank you guys. So if you guys like the live stream, want to see more high quality live streams like this, make sure to drop a like on the stream itself, and also subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a new video, new live stream. We're doing tons of content on the channel, and we hope you guys don't miss out. And of course, thanks to everybody in our Discord for always chatting with us. If you guys would like to join and chat with us, make sure you just have to earn a specific role and hang out with chat. Link is in the description below. And with all that said and done, hopefully my transition works this time. It's been GS88. Over and out.